put the miner on a switch. I'm fairly certain they don't have much of an idle draw. They may do, though. Again, I'm certainly no expert with the game. That could well be the case. You're a derp. Such huge levels of derpitude. Done this to yourself? Can you get back out? You can. Okay, well, I'll take it back then. Oh, take care, Fotino Decay. Thank you very much for dropping by, though, mate. Hope you had a good time on the stream. What's the temperature in here? It's getting up there. I'll probably kick in the... Yeah, we're probably going to see... Well, you know what? I could drop this down to 160. There we are. I'll allow the steam turbines to kick in. Help out a little bit. Coal? No. But I will take an acorn. There we go. Let's tune these bad boys up. Bowtie Biffer, I'm not actually putting in I'm not putting polluted dirt in there, so there's no reason to have a miner in there. There's nothing that could be solid. I'm sieving the dirt into clean water first. Sorry, the polluted water into clean water first. No. The copper will instantly, much like glass, it'll turn into a copper item. Is it possible? I mean, I'd need some sort of confirmation on that one. Aavak, love your streams as always. How's the dapper guy around? Dapperest guy around? I don't know. I will have to ask him. I'm doing well though. I'm fairly certain you need to deal with key, like, not just a few kilos. You need. Is it something like 50 to 100 kilos of a material to solidify to create a tile? And since we know that the copper volcano is going to be producing 8 kilos per second, it would require that the entire room had completely broke down in every other way. Just to kind of walk through the process of that, because it's a really cool question and a good thought experiment to work out if it's possible. But for the copper volcano to generate enough copper on the ground for us to have the copper, when it's solidified, turn into a copper tile, would require that there was no water in there, no steam, and the steam and if there was steam, that the steam was now thousands of degrees because the turbines weren't working, or if they were working, they were dealing with thousands upon thousands of degrees steam running through them, which means they would break. Honestly, in that scenario, adding in the robo miner would serve no purpose because the system is already broken on such a scale that whether or not that we're having solid tiles of copper is the least of our concerns. It seems that the effort and energy and resources invested in trying to deal with the the situation where a lump of copper solidifies into a tile, kind of missed the point. It's like trying to create trying to make sure you've got adequate personal safety devices like a taser or something to prevent someone from knifing you in the unlikely event that a nuclear bomb has just gone off in your house, and so you don't have walls to keep you safe anymore, and someone could just wander up and try to shank you with a butter knife. It's like, I think you've got bigger problems to deal with at that point, if I'm perfectly honest. There we go. Ah, poop. Now I'm going to have to get all the way over there, aren't I? Yes, I am. Ultra poop. There we go. The volcano only produces liquid copper, molten copper at a temperature of 2,226.9 degrees C. It's the only thing that'll come out of it. It won't come out of it that often, and it may come out of it extremely infrequently, depending on how long its active period is, because it will produce 8.8 kilos per second for 41 seconds every 657 seconds. Is the volcano pretty? Can't see at the moment, but that will be an interesting one. But it was quite a cool little thought experiment about, should we invest in creating a backup system to try and strip the volcano of potential copper in there. As much as I don't think it would be in this instance, I think it was quite cool to puzzle it out all the same. Oh, I can build this now. Then please do. Tunk. Right there. There's conductive wire in my steam turbine. Why on earth is there conductive wire over there? Of all the things. Thank you very much for that. Maybe Canty. We'll see. There we go. Had to wait for that to get resolved. I imagine with the polluted dirt or dirt tiles forming, if you were to try to purify the dirt in here, polluted water-wise, it would all come down to whether or not the volume of water on the ground was sufficiently high that when a tile of it converted, it was enough to flood the. There was enough sediment on the ground to make a single tile. Right. If this is below 50 kilos, then I'm going to say we don't need more in here just yet. Actually, no, I'm going to say 100 kilos. We don't need more in here just yet. If this is above 200, and this is below... Well, actually, I'm going to say 200 kilos. If this is above 200 degrees C, and this is below 200 kilos, then we are going to allow more water to be brought in. I will end up with 2 of these. It's a lot of steel for 2. I could instead control... Instead of trying to control the shutter, the vent here, I could instead control a small... what's the word for it? Oh yeah, the liquid shutoff. So instead of controlling the vent there, I'll control the liquid shutoff using the automation wire. That way, no liquid gets brought in here if it's not allowed out, because this can never shut. That's a good saving, but also I don't need to spend another 400 steel to get this set up. I can just run that straight in, like so. Which I think ultimately is a better system. Hey Dane Lawton, how you doing? I hope I'm getting the power included too. I'm not entirely sure about it though. Donk. I mean, yeah, I guess it's working. Right. One of the other things that, because I can see Bowtie Biff are just literally filling chat with extolling the virtues of putting this robo miner. Okay. One of the other things that would go on with this robo miner, if there was the only time that copper could form into a solid tile is if it were being cooled. Now, and there was a lot of copper already there. If there was a lot of copper already there, then there isn't steam, pretty much. And it's only being cooled down after the fact, once liquid has gathered on the tiles. So liquid has been reintroduced. If in that time that were the case, then I honestly can't see a scenario where anything in here would not already be broken, like deeply broken. I was going to say that the robo miner would be producing heat and would already be close to its overheat temperature. In fact, even making it out of steel, it's only going to have an overheat temperature of 275 degrees C. If there was like a bunch of liquid copper in here and then suddenly it flashed into solid copper, and by dumping a load of that heat into steam, that steam heat would probably be so hot that it would break all of the machines in here. Not because they would melt, they wouldn't melt. They would simply take over heat damage and stop working. So we'd still need to crack open. So I don't think that one would work. I've tried to really puzzle it through and see if there's maybe some sort of scenario I'm not seeing, but I don't think there is. I don't think so anyway. Yeah, I can't see. I think that's ultimately the scenario. If the copper starts forming blocks, it'll eventually block the volcano itself, and that'll be my time to go in and try to fix everything that is broken. Because I have clearly messed something up on an enormous level for that to now be my reality in there. But I find it quite a fun, quite a fun little thought experiment. I don't think I'm missing anything. I could be, though. And if I am, well, poop. But, you know, it's one of those things. I will have fun trying to fix it. After I stop complaining about the fact that I've got to fix it. There we go. Right, so let's have a quick look. If it's too hot and there's not already loads of liquid on the ground, then we're going to allow more liquid in. The runoff from the steam turbines will come down and in. Output. The only output. And these, well, no, these are all outputs, and this is the only input. Sorry, I'm getting back to front. That should hopefully work. Now, this is clearly active, which makes me worried, because I do ever so want to get in there and I do ever so want to get in there and fix things, but you know. We shouldn't. Right now this is blocked, and that's good. Very much want to get in there and actually demolish this and study it. This would be difficult. I do want it to be analyzed, though. I'm fairly certain this is the only part that I need to not be touching when everything goes bonkers in here, but we'll see. If I dig this away, it's going to break everything, that is. We'll see. Right, I need to cool this area down a bit more. So, let's stick in some tungsten pipes. Oh no. That immediately started using gold. So, how much tungsten do I have? Oh, I've got enough. No, really? 2 pieces. Well. Guess they'll live there then. We'll see how that goes. That's right. I could bring... Honestly, the wires, though, are by far not the expensive part of this. Even this is only 25 steel. What do you reckon, chat? Should we just go for it and try our best? Because I need to analyze it before I start emptying the room out of any gases in there. But whilst that's happening, this room is going to get super roasting hot if this volcano erupts. That's really where we are with that. Oh, thank you very much for the gift sub there, Oak. That was really kind of you. What's the worst that could happen? Serious question? I can think of a lot of bad things. So many bad things. How's everything going down here? Doing okay, still at minus 10 coming out of the frozen core. And that's with going everywhere. Oh wow, we're still going up here. I'm impressed. Very impressed. Yeah, it's still waiting to erupt. Very, very eager to ruin my day. Hey, at 9, how are you doing this morning, mate? I think what we're going to do is on the next tea break, we're just going to sit here and watch this, okay, chat? I'm going to go and get my drink, whatever chat has decided is going to be drunk. And then, when we return, we will discover how active this has been. I'll basically ask you, has it been quivering with anticipation of an eruption? And if it has not, we will dig this away and we will analyze it and try not to get anyone melted by a volcano. If it has, then we will wait. How's that sound, chat? Because I think it's a pretty good idea. Major Ian, thank you very much for the raid there, mate. Oh, rather the host. Getting the terminology wrong. Thank you very much, buddy. I think that is a good plan. I can still hear it. Sounds like it wants to do something. Mm-hmm. Pretty certain there's some shenanigans going on there. Everyone else seems reasonably good. We've managed to gather a decent bit of stuff from over here. Time for us to go a little bit deeper then. Damn it. There we go. Gonna have this place nice and cold. Still need to gather all of the gunk from down here, but you know, we're getting there. Could dig an exploratory tunnel a little bit further along. Have a little bit more wolframite on our way. By and large, though, I really want to just let this area melt to get the most bang for buck out of it. We'll explore a little bit more. I think that should be fine. We're at a position now where we can probably afford to core a lot more of the asteroid. Just very aggressively go through and start stripping things out of it. It's still going. Wow. Got a lot of liquid down here, though. Tungsten should be warming this up soon, though. At least I certainly hope it will. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's coming in at a reasonable temperature. How hot is this trying to go? It should be kicking in if the temperature is below. Why is that not doing anything? Oh. No, I set it to 200 to try and cool down this area a little bit more. Let's see if it's a... Well, it's one of those awkward ones. Right now we're relying purely on the passive energy production from smelting. I guess that's okay. Yeah, I suppose it is. Though we're going to see a lot of liquid congealing here, unfortunately. Alright, colony achievement earned. What did we do? Pulling back the veil. Reveal 80% of the map by exploring. Woohoo! I approve. Let's see if we found much more. Another volcano! I must know, chat. We must know. Is it going to be useful or is it going to be useless? Another cool steam vent. We've got water for days. We're basically incapable of running out of the stuff now. But on that note, I think 'tis time for me to go and take the next tea break, really. Let's go ahead, drop a save there, just for posterity's sake, you know. And it looks like the Dapper Drink has won out. So I am going to go on a 5-minute tea break to get some tea, as the name suggests. Let me know if this volcano gets to apathy. Alright? We need to know. Inquiring minds must know. Also, non-inquiring minds must know. Let's start that timer, and I shall be back in 5 minutes. See you then.